Mandi Castillo. I'm 23 years old and I'm from San Antonio, Texas. Um, I'm I'm from San Antonio, Texas, but I live in Carlsbad, San Diego right now. I didn't leave a job. I just do music on the side. So, no, I didn't leave any job. I just decided to just come and do it. Well, back in San Antonio, Texas, I have my mom and my tias and the whole mom side of the family. They're all rooting for me. And in Miami, I have my dad, and my whole Cuban side of the family is rooting for me on that side as well. Okay, well, I started singing since before I started talking. My mom has this story of this commercial that came on of this woman. It was a mattress commercial. She was singing this melody, and after the commercial was over, I was only 6 months, and I started humming the melody like exactly how the girl was singing it, and my mom was just like shocked. And ever since then, she says like any errand we would have to run, would get in the car and I would start singing all the way till we got to wherever we had to go. So I was just singing my entire life. I became obsessed with Mariah Carey, and I started basically mimicking her, trying to sound just like her. And my uncle is actually a Tejano singer, and he would take me with him on his gigs, and I would go on stage and sing some Tejano songs with him. He'll have me sing Selena, I Will Survive, and that's when I decided like I want to be a singer. Okay, so I get on stage, I start singing my song. The first one to turn around is Nick Jonas. I was very excited about that, and then as I get further in the song, Kelly's the next one, and then right before I'm about to finish, I'm a little scared because John hasn't turned around. I didn't really mind that Blake didn't turn around, but like I was like, I'm here for John, you know? So finally, John and Blake turn around like at the same time, right before I finished my song, and so that was just a big deal for me. And then afterwards, when they all gave me their feedback, it was so cute because Nick Jonas kind of like, he got a little emotional, but he said something so beautiful to me about he thought it was beautiful that I was showcasing my heritage on this platform because I sang a Spanish song. So that was awesome. And anyways, afterwards, John gets up from his chair and he comes up and he like bear hugs me and he's like rocking me back and forth, and then he walks me off stage. He takes me to the back and he meets my entire family. So that was super awesome. It was an amazing experience. I wish I could like relive it. Honestly, I was like blacked out for that moment, but oh my gosh, I've learned that he has such great direction. He's really good at like giving advice, and he has a good ear, so that's really cool. Yeah. The reason I chose him is because my main genre of music that I listen to and that I like to sing is soul and R&B, and I feel like he's more in that lane. So I feel like I could take a lot of advice from him more than the other judges because, you know, I'm in that lane as well. This has always been a dream of mine. I always knew I wanted to be a singer, so for me to win a competition like this would just be like validation that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I'm on the right path, and God is, you know, he's manifesting everything I've always believed in, so. Fun fact, I just donated a kidney to my mother, April 27th of 2019. I wasn't a match with her, so I had to donate it. I had to give it, put it on the table for her to receive one. So that happened, and now she is the most healthiest person ever. She was on dialysis for 3 years before that, and she was getting really small, kind of fading away. She's very morena. She's dark skinned. She's Mexican, and when she was going through dialysis, she almost had like this white coat over her skin. And now, like, she's dark again, and she's eating, and she's gaining weight. It's amazing.
My name is Micah Iverson. I'm from Tokyo, Japan, but I currently live in Atlanta, Georgia. I was born and raised in Tokyo, Japan. My mom and dad were there as missionaries, and so spent my whole life there, went to school there, and then moved to the States when I was 18. I auditioned for The Voice because I was really looking for a musical outlet, finally. I was in a really stressful, high workload, high volume job with a Fortune 500 company, and I really wanted to finally leave the corporate world and do what I loved, which was music. Yeah, I quit my job to do The Voice, actually. It was really stressful, good paying, secure job, but I really wanted to do music, so I left the job to pursue The Voice. It was even before I got cast. It was actually, had been working there for 3 years, so I quit my job as soon as I knew I was going to be going for the blinds. Yeah, I was really nervous leading up to the audition, like really nervous. And then right before I went on stage, I had this sense of peace, and I was like, this is gonna be fine. If I get it, I do. If no one turns, that's fine. Like, I'll hold it loosely. And then I went out on stage, it was totally silent. I was so nervous I kind of ran to the middle of the stage to my marker, and the audience like giggled, and then my song started, and not too far in, I kind of looked down, and Kelly's staring back at me like she turned somewhere in the beginning, and it was pretty exciting. It was very exciting, and then Nick and Blake turned a little bit after that. So Kelly is a good fit for me because she's humble and she's kind, and that's what I admire most in a coach. Any mentor figure, I want them to be humble, I want them to be kind, and Kelly has done this all before. She's gone through these singing competitions. She has still remained humble throughout her career, and that's what I admire most. Musically, I really like how Kelly conveys feeling in her song, and just given like one small phrase of music, she's really good at pouring lots of emotion into it, and anyone who hears it like can't help but be affected by it. So far, Kelly's really taught me that you can be yourself on stage, whatever that looks like. I'm someone who comes from a big family. I have 8 brothers and sisters, and it's hard to be someone who stands out. But Kelly's very much preaching the message of do what you love, look how you want to look, and it's fine.
My name is Cedrice, and I am from San Diego, California. I wanted to audition for The Voice because I really needed a challenge in my life, and I knew that the show would give me just that. My hometown is San Diego, and all of my friends and my family are rooting for me back there. Yeah, I was born and raised in San Diego, so everybody from middle school and high school and college is rooting for me. Yeah, I've always sung since I was a kid, but I never took it seriously. I never thought that was something that I would be able to do for a living. It wasn't until I was in college that I started taking it seriously. I was 24 when I met some musicians, and they ended up being my first band that I was in. They were all jazz heads, so that was really cool to kind of be submerged into a whole nother like spiritual world, really. That's what it was. 'Cause John turned around and I knew I was on his team immediately, and that's exactly who I wanted. But then I saw Kelly and Nick and Blake turn around as in their chairs, but their chairs were, or their teams were filled. But I didn't know that at all. I just saw them physically get up and look behind them. So I'm on stage thinking, okay, well, why are they turning? But they're obviously intrigued, you know? And it wasn't until the end that I realized, oh, there's only one spot left. I'm only performing for John's spot, you know? So that was really exciting to to have revealed to me after the fact. So my reaction on TV is definitely like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. So it was really exciting. It was really exciting. It was fresh, it was new, it was authentic. Oh, John is a great fit for me because we have very similar musical backgrounds in regards to our genre. What would it mean to me to win The Voice? It would mean that I'm doing something right. I'm doing something right.
Where is the buzz?
Oh, yeah.
Where is the buzz? You said
We used to be a
was
singer.
mine,
Oh,
mine.
where is the buzz?
Woo!